GT is one of the leading company in the Pakistan who are providing these services all over the world. We are also providing our services in Middle East. We are providing our services in America. We are providing our services in South Asia and Southeast Asia as well. Uh, so it will be a great opportunity that the people all around the world are connecting us for these training and certifications. So it will be a very great moment for us as well to collaborate with you people for these trainings, and we're gonna start within a while, inshallah. So I would like to tell you like this course is in need of time as well. Uh, our trainer, Mr. Badi Zama, who is going to join us within few minutes, and actually, I would like to introduce him. Like he is a person who have more than 100 certifications on his profile, and he's first architect of Pakistan for Red Hat. And you will learn a lot, and you people will enjoy his company as well, because he's a very jolly person. He's a man of perfection. So you're gonna love all this session. So,
Assalamualaikum.
walaikum salam. Somebody had salam, and then he muted his mic. So, uh,
Make your computer easier
my
to use.
request, Mr. Avi, yes. There's some music in the background, and so that's why. So it will be a really good session among all of us. I will request you all again during this when this training starts. I will request again to everyone. You may ask your question in the chat box. There was a question from the Zubair Ali. Zubair Ali, basically, OpenStack is a product of Red Hat, and this course will be specifically run on OpenStack, actually, which is a product of Red Hat. That's why its platform has been made by Red Hat. So Ubuntu is kind of like practice ground for the Linux. So we will be working on enterprise Linux of Red Hat. Yes, sir. This Mr. Salvio. Yes, this will be available in with our recordings as well, and it will be a live session which is going to be started within a few minutes. Like we're just waiting for more and more candidates who have registered for it. After a few moments, we're gonna start it. I will give my mic to Mr. Badizama, who is the lead instructor, who is the architect for like he's the first architect of Pakistan actually for the Red Hat. So we are just waiting for him to join in. Actually, he has joined in already, but we were just waiting for more candidates who has registered with us. So we will start. I will hand over the mic to the Mr. Wadi Zaman within the next 5 minutes. Okay, I would like to tell you people, Mr. Tristan Ali Muhammad. Sir, this first class is free of cost. Mr. Suleiman has joined. This free class will be, first class will be free. Will be the free for the demonstration purposes. The whole course is paid. So now I will request to Mr. Badir Zaman, who has came in. So we're gonna start it after 4 minutes, because we always wait for at least 10 minutes to start time, and Mr. Badir Zaman will take the section onward after 4 minutes, which will be the 610, 510, and according to your clocks, it will be after 4 minutes. Okay, I will request again, like while this whole session, I will request you all to keep your mics mute, because there are a lot of people who will be sitting in this session, so it will help them to understand what the instructor is saying, and it will help you as well. Bukas, are you with me? Bukas, are you there? Okay, Shahbaz, can you make Mr. Badi Zaman the co-host, because he has joined in. Come on, scroll to him and make him co-host so he can start it from now onward. Hello, guys. Like we are about to take off the flight. Kind of keep your seatbelt fastened, and we will take off on cloud now with Mr. Badi Zaman, and I wish you a very best of luck. Uh, People are still joining, but as we have promised you, like we will start it on the 10th minute. So we are going to start it in a while. Uh, yes, we have a lot of people who want to join in. We are getting in, and after a while, we're gonna start this session.
Thanks, Naveed. Good evening. This is Badi. I'm a
Welcome.
level 4 architect as a certified instructor, and working with the MRG as a CTO and a training lead on Red Hat side. Guys, can you hear me? I'm audible. Naveed, can you listen me?
Yes, 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 sir. I can hear you.
It's voice is clear, right? So I'm
Yes,
no,
I
no, no.
have a
I'm
request.
going to
Yes,
drive.
I have a request for our candidates. Please, during this session, when your instructor, Mr. Badi Zaman, will be teaching you, uh, kindly keep your mics on mute, so you can understand and other people can understand what is he teaching you people. So from my side, thank you, best of luck, and you may ask your question in the chat box as well. You can switch on your mic while asking your questions. Thank you very much. It's over to you, Badibhai. Thank you very much for giving me this.
Thank you, Naveed.
Thank you.
This is Buddy. Actually, in fact, this is not a demo session. Actually, this is our first session, first class for this CL 2110, which is OpenStack Administration II. Uh, Actually, Red Hat has multiple courses. Like they have foundation courses, like so the level which start from one, like CL 110 is a foundation course for uh, level two course, which is OpenStack Administration 2. So exam is mostly based on from the level two courses. So let me have a little bit introduction of mine. I'm a level 4 architect in Pakistani community, and also having certified certified instructor and team from Red Hat. I mostly Red Hat work on Red Hat and products, and most now I also started working on a Kubernetes. I found OpenShift very powerful, and strong. So I moved to Kubernetes as well recently. I'm working on Kubernetes security as well development. So but it's not the topic of today. So we'll be starting with the OpenStack administration too. uh, and it's actually a 4 to 5 days full-time course from Red Hat, and it's on Red Hat product of OpenStack platform 13. And the OS underlying OS which is used is 7.5 over there. And in this course we will be getting information related to container technologies. As I explained that I am working on Kubernetes because of the OpenShift and these uh, you know containers, because almost every service in OpenStack from onward from 13 is on containers. So we'll be learning about the container technologies which is used over there in OpenStack. Then we'll be learning about open virtual networking, OVN and OVS components of OpenStack Cloud. Then uh, next will be the Red Hat IDM services and the Keystone, which is the identity service used in OpenStack. And then we'll be because of high availability, we will be working on the core control plan, including the pacemaker clustering. uh, Pacemaker, in an exam is are in the course, pacemaker is not much. You don't need to go for RH436, which is actually high availability and clustering exam. The little part over there, it will be covered in the training. And then we'll be moving to customizing images and techniques which we use in there, like we'll be using there are multiple tools which we build our own images, and we can customize already. Sometimes our customer, they require DB instances with DB, or some web or some others software pre-installed. So we'll be using customizing those images, and these topics are also part of the exam. And then we'll be working on managing the block storage and object storage. There are multiple type of storages. One is block, and we will discuss in the course. And then we'll be working our compute nodes, which are actually the nodes where compute powers and the CPU resources comes on. and then also tuning of the hyper converge, because 13, and even if it's from 10, we have from the previous version like OpenStack 10. From 10, I seen that they have included the HCI as well, hyperconverged infrastructure. So this course is based on actually HCI technology as well. It's not a normal flag architecture. And then we'll be moving toward multi container stacks. There's a concept of stacks, so we'll be working with them as well. And then the last part will be the troubleshooting of OpenStack. We certain find certain issues while working the OpenStack, because it's a huge product. So the troubleshooting will be covered, for different aspects of them. And the prerequisite for this course is, I believe it should be RSC, but I agree with Red Hat that system administrator will still work. You should have a RSCSA certification, or you have demonstrated the skills by passing the skill assessment on the site. And if you have the previous course like CL110, actually I'll be covering both courses, like CL110 part and CL210 in one course. If we take that course, actually this course requires a huge computing resources, and also a lot of time, like like 8 to 10 working days, full working days. So it's the price part will becomes a bit unmanageable if I talk about our Pakistani community. So let me start about the for related to the course. So this is the official courseware which we'll be using for for this coursework. So this is some of our chapters, which I already told you about the from the website, about the details which we are covering in the course. So first of all, we'll be having an introduction with the course. So the course actually yeah, and about the classroom environments. So this course is actually for the system administrators, for the DevOps, actually working with OpenStack, or they are they are planning to work with OpenStack, or they are starting a new career. So in this course we'll be actually studying about design and implementation on demand projects of SDN and a virtual machine instances. Then troubleshooting different services, which is the part of OpenStack, like Nova. We have a new sharing service as Manila. So we'll be working on troubleshooting part of those services as well. Then the migration of the instances, uh, like Red Hat virtualization and other virtualization tool, or cloud environment. Red Hat has also a very beautiful feature in OpenStack of migrating the live instances from one compute node to others. Then we'll be creating custom VM instances, with the customized applications, and deploy them and create the scalable stacks. And so here is the classroom environment which actually we are working on. So actually Red Hat courses, why I like them, because being a performance based, and mostly focus on skills. I previously working, I was an old Microsoft guy. I started in 1997. But I feel the difference between Red Hat and those, because Microsoft has a huge theory stuff and a very little labs, and like might be after 100 pages some labs come to do this and create use or something. But Red Hat training is point to point, and is focused on mostly on the skills. They have a lot of guided exercises, and if like you have four topics, so probably you'll be getting four guided exercises, and at the end you will be doing a lab, same like in exam. So for performance based exam and performance based training, so we need actually a classroom based environment. So over here, Red Hat has classroom environment. uh, Here actually, OpenStack, Red Hat OpenStack platform has two components. One is under cloud and one is over cloud. So under cloud is actually the management layer, where all OpenStack services are deployed. And over cloud is actually the physical real cloud which we are providing using that under cloud, management layer. So director is actually under cloud machine, which has all the all the OpenStack services installed. And so we use that machine to provision our over clouds. So you can see here, multiple network. We have classroom network, and it has 192.168.y.0/24, and then we have external network, which actually our data center network, and then we have management and other networks. So this lab is over here. So we have utility machine over here, which has the services over there available. We are actually using those services, and then because this is the virtual environment. So you guys, if you are working on a servers, or either they're Microsoft, you're using Microsoft OS, or other OS, but the physical machines has IPMI, which is actually used to manage the servers. So uh, in real cloud environment, we need IPMI, which is in HP known as ILO, in Dell it's known as iDirect, and but it's actually management. So we use that management part to power on and power off, and provision or deploy those servers. So over here, power is this power is just it's a fake IPMI, or you can say it's just a virtual BMC. So we use that machine to manage that's management part of IP from this. And then we have multiple machines. We have controller zero, which is OpenStack actually has three parts. One is the network part, which is controllers, and then we have compute nodes, and then we have compute SCI, and then we have a storage, which is SAF over here. So here in a production environment, you need a working SAF cluster of multiple, like it should be like 3x or 4x nodes. But over here, actually, we are using a single node SAF cluster, because it's just training is not a production environment, and we have multiple compute environments, and then we have hyperconverged compute as well. The beauty of hyperconverged is that we can use that machine, as a storage and compute node as well. So workstation is actually is the management machine. You can consider it your laptop or desktop system, which you use environment to manage your cloud or data center. And the role of this machine, this workstation, is actually a graphical student workstation, from where you have to perform the labs, you have to do the grading, a lot of stuff. And already I told you that director is the undercloud node, and then power, which actually handles IPMI part of power management part, and it has certain IP addresses, and it's belonging to 172.255.50.0/24 network. And then we have utility, which has actually which we are using the VLANs and all this identity management, and the provider VLANs set up for the provider networks. And then we have our actually we need multiple controllers. There should be like a minimum three, for a production environment. But over here we are using only one, and actually it's a controller node, which mostly the network part comes from these nodes, controller nodes, like your IP assignments and all this stuff. routing and again stuff is all from this. And then we have our first, compute node, and then second compute node, and then we have our HCI hyperconverged compute node, and then we have self storage cluster, and then classroom machine. If you are more, I seen a lot of my old student of different courses, so they guys mostly know that. But if somebody needs, so classroom is also a material server which provide the grading and also repositories and a lot of like documentation. So for workstation VM, student is the username and the password is also student, and then we also root user which has the Red Hat password, and director machine also have a stack user which is actually used to manage the OpenStack cloud. No, so here are the more details like about the users and their passwords, and this is also application credentials for IDM manager. We have admin user, and then Reddit admin 123 password, and then OpenStack platform admin has also admin user and Reddit password, and the mostly user password is Reddit, which is we are using in uh, OpenStack environment. So this is some of detailed overview of our Red Hat OpenStack Platform 13 CL2110 classroom network topology. So you can find here multiple networks which are like we have uh, and it's actually internal, we have internal an API network which is on VLAN 10, and it is belong to 172.24.1.0/24 network. And then we have tenants, they are on VLAN 20 and so on. Storage is on VLAN 30. Storage management is on on 40, and management VLAN for our OpenStack, overall OpenStack network is on 50. And then we our we have virtual interfaces, like we have almost like four interfaces in each machine, which is described over there, like compute 0, controller 0, its 0 is connected to actually with the provisioning network. So shutting down the cluster, actually you have to use source the admin RC file, and if you guys are not familiar with Red Hat environment, so we have actually RHT VMCTL utility available to manage our virtual machines. So let me demonstrate it to you. So status all, if you can see status all, telling the status of all the machines in the environment. So we have workstation power as you've seen on the slide. So I can check the connectivity between these machines using ping. So that guy is fine. So let me check for the Ceph. Ceph is fine. So we have to source. Actually, we use RC files. If you are familiar with Linux, so we use a lot of RC file like vimrc, exrc. So for the OpenStack, administration to provide the keystone credential and a lot of other stuff, we use these files. So if you can see the admin RC, actually we are having the variables of which we use with normally OpenStack command. So the most important is the username which we are using over here, and then auth URL, which actually identity URL, and then the password for the user, and then the project which is actually using as a default user, he's the owner of. So I'm actually sourcing this admin RC file, and now I can see I can use OpenStack command without providing a lot of options, which we can get from the manual page of the OpenStack. So OpenStack server list. So this command will be listing the servers. So right now it's not showing any servers. So let me log into my director code and see this guy is it has environments up are running. So you can see that these guys are. Oh my God! Sorry guys. Sometimes sometimes actually I didn't realize actually it's some side of like demonstration. So I become a bit faster. So OpenStack server list, is showing the servers, which we have the environment. So compute one is active, the is control plane IP, and which image actually using. So this guys is so actually in when we source the admin RC, actually we don't have any resources created. That's why it's showing. Actually, this is about how we can shut down our environment properly. So actually while it's sourcing that admin RC, we are actually checking checking any servers, our client instances, which are like we have in here in the documentation is like finance 31 and research 1 and consult 28. There are some customer, you can say customer instances, customer virtual machines. So we say them over here in the OpenStack language servers. So they are active. So we actually we have to before shutting down the environment, we have to stop uh, those instances gracefully. So server list command is actually used to list the compute so virtual machines, which actually uh, in production environment, they are client client machines. So we use OpenStack server stop, and then their ID, and we can even also use the name as well to shut down that. And then finally we SSH to director node, and we have uh, one of script available uh, available. So we can use that script to start and stop the environment. So like a stop overclock stop will stop our whole overcloud environment. So you can see that's okay, it's saying that power is up, right? Because it need that power a power machine to communicate with those machines. So you can see that it's powering off compute 0, and then it's compute 1 and chef and EHCI. So how we can start that, so start that cluster. So you need to SSH to director, and or there you have to start that environments, using start script. It's available, but in your production environment, that script is not available. You have to use the commands manually to stop that. So how we can check, these nodes are known as bare metal nodes in these compute, or this sorry overcloud nodes are known as bare metal nodes. Mostly in our environment, those are the physical boxes. Uh, Physical boxes like controllers, compute and ECSF, all are the physical boxes. So we use bare metal command to check their status. So -c is actually we are grabbing multiple columns. If we use without specifying any column, it will give out the detailed information like the state, the instance UUID, power state, and provisioning state, all this. And so whatever we want, we can use using the -c option, the columns. And then if some machine is powered off, and so we can use node powered on, and then the node name. Sometimes we actually need to change the state of that instance. Sometimes you power on the state, but OpenStack don't says it's not power on something. Then you can manually, and if you check that node, log into that node, and if it's working, then you can change the state to active. And you can also reboot that node. Like reboot hard option is available to reboot it. Uh, Resetting the environments. It's very critical. Actually, if you can see this machine has uh, it has a huge requirement. You know, like you can see that I'm using 48 GB of memory over here, and then I have LS CPU. So I'm using 8 CPUs. And I actually I provisioned this lab on a HPDL 360 Gen 7 servers. So I deployed, VMware, and then I use a nested virtualization feature to set up this lab. So uh, resetting the environment, and like rebuild the environment take almost like 1 hour. So Red Hat recommend that in the training, don't reset the classroom, workstation, power, or utility. And if you want to reset the environment, only reset all these other group, like uh, director and your undercloud and overcloud. And they have also very nice script to reset that environment. Reset, and first you have to reset the undercloud, and then you have to. So this command will reset your director, and then over reset overcloud will reset the all of your overcloud. Um, uh, so over here, we have Red Hat OpenStack documentation available. I mostly encourage my student to use manuals and uh, the documentation, that you before prior to doing anything, doing something in production, making changes, upgrade, or if you are going for example, documentation is available in the training, and is also available in the exam. But I mostly say that you don't have enough time to read that from the scratch. So read before your exam and make the points. uh, so over here, documentation, OpenStack, Red Hat OpenStack 13, platform 13 documentation is available in material that example that comes like talks in both format, PDF and HTML. This is, actually Red Hat has multiple ways of, training professionals or industry peoples or the students from universities. They have Red Hat online learning environment, and they have classroom. So if you are using Red Hat online learning, then you will be using it's a browser base, and uh, so you have to access using your login and password. Then you have to control your machines using that GUI panel over there. So there is a status like publishing, starting, or there you have provision the lab, delete the lab, start the lab, all this. But this is not a part of our training, because we are using the classroom training, virtual classroom. So we don't need to care for this auto start, auto stop type. I know I started this already online learning, and in the start they give they give us 4 hours, and then it's come to 1 or 2 hours, because some people what they do is they start the lab, and they busy, they don't use that lab, and they busy working with other tasks, or maybe chill out. So actually they are wasting the resources. So that's why now it's almost like a 1 hour or something. So this is the part of every course. The language support, everyone knows that that's is actually uh, there are more than 24 5 20 22 languages. Sometimes I become confused, like there are 22 language, and most of written over here are Indian. Thanks to Reddit India team, for the documentation. And even my language, my language is not there. Even Arabic is also not there, and Urdu is also not there. Punjabi, yes, yes, it's not mine Punjabi, it's Punjabi from India, so it's okay, no problem. I don't want to be racist or something. So we can, have multiple languages. We can use them in the projects, and in the language. So we can select them. So language setting, we can use, controls center command with the region option, and then we can set and we can also use setting, and select region and language, in the window as well. So system-wide setting, we can use locale CTL command, to set the locale, but that we need. So we can, add the language packs, which are actually an extra functionality, like character set changes, or like fonts. So introducing to the Red Hat OpenStack platform infrastructure. So objective for this course is to describe OpenStack platform architecture and terminology, and the classroom environment and services. So RHOSP, OpenStack platform term, used as undercloud and overcloud. Undercloud for the directed system, and overcloud for the production, overcloud. So the beauty of is because we have heat over there, so we can orchestrate and scale in and scale out. The beauty of under cloud and over cloud is RSP is to scale in and scale out. You can add nodes at the go, like your customer base increase, and you got new customers, and so you need to rack up new boxes, and design them either compute whatever necessary, either either storage boxes, either SCI. It's up to you which environment. So under cloud, under overcloud, we have tenants. On overcloud, we actually these are over here. It's we put the VMs on them. So the VMs are actually, the instances you provide your customers, like Rackspace, OVH, they are providing that one. So these are the VMs, actually those are tenant workloads. Tenant is actually the projects, your customers. So a director has multiple services available. They have deployment, identity, dashboard, orchestration, compute, image, bare metal, provisioning, networking, telemetry uh, for metering purposes, workflow, messaging, and object storage. And then you deploy over cloud, over cloud we have controller nodes which has identity, dashboard, orchestration, compute, image, networking, and a lot of other. So then compute nodes mostly have compute and networking, and then storage node we have object storage, and then storage and block storage, and then storage node we have self storage. They are and mostly Ceph is if you guys I don't know how much will be joining me in the real class in next session, but guys, if you want to work with the OpenStack, you should know Ceph as well. So because Ceph is the one of the best software defined storage, which is backend for all of like OpenShift, OpenStack, and a lot of technologies. So OpenStack only will not work. So you have to add Ceph as well. So even you are seeing there's a storage node, block storage, we have object storage, but the backend is the Ceph. For all these block storage and object storage, the backend is Ceph. So this is our classroom environment already discussed, the VLANs and all this existing environments. So we have organization network. So our primary classroom network is 172.25.25.0/24, and this is and the students primary network is 2552.0/24, from where actually we student access and perform the labs. So you can use IP command and grab the network from the workstations. You will find that 250.254 and 250.2. And under cloud, you will find that, so you see, you have multiple networks, 250, 249 mostly over there. So you can find that actually 249, which is 249 is the provisioning network, and uh, 2 250 is 250 is the management, is the external network, sorry, for external connectivity, outbound, connectivity. Then you can use IP route. These are basic Linux commands, so you should be pretty familiar also. Uh, here comes NTP. So NTP has a very core role, in the environments, either they're Windows or Linux based. So you have to check, crony, it should be synced, with some source. You can also use NTPQ and P as well. Also, we have pre-populated DNS, so we have, the one service also, DNS mask is a very powerful server which actually use, inside, most technology like OpenShift, and is actually a mixture of DHCP and DNS, and a lot of, powerful, features. So this is the host file. So we have identity management over there for authentication. OpenStack, use the keystone, and keystone further it can be integrated with LDAP servers as something. So we can also create Kerbis tokens, for like admin, and then we are, so because we are using our here Red Hat IDM, so we are using IP command to find the users. So you can find the users here, the groups here. There are a lot of groups, in the lab. So virtualization management, virtualize power management is IPMI and net state. Okay, you can check for the port 6623 BMC, virtual BMC. We are using here virtual BMC, which is actually listening on port 623. So every machine, will be connecting on this port with. So this is the power machine. Don't mess up with power and this one. So for more, details, uh, you can Red Hat documentation has a training has a very powerful feature, the references. So you can use to get more about the products, and so it has very and it's a freely available. So I'm not starting guided access. So I'm stopping over here because I have to take care of one other class as well. And so we, so the beauty of the training is you will be provided with the exam bootcamp as well at the end of the training. Uh, Naveed, I'm done. I think so. You should now. Are any questions which are people might have? So let's have them.
Sir, I have a question here.
Yes, please.
As per Red Hat website, they are offering OpenStack 16.1.
Yes.
So, what is the difference in 13 and 16.1? And are we going to study 16.1 as well? There's a major difference.
Actually, I've seen only the first course CL 110 is available. I checked over there. Only the level one foundation course is available yet. Uh, Even I checked my instructor portal. We don't have any classroom setup for 16.0.
Okay, sir.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. That, but that is not available. I have seen over there on the instructor my instructor portal. uh they still only announce CL 110, the foundation one, not the 210 for OpenStack 13.
Okay, sir.
Is there any other question?
Dear gentlemen, you can ask your questions through your microphone, and you may ask your question in the chat box as well. Is there any questions? Okay, guys, I would like to tell you, like, we're gonna run these courses in two languages, in two different batches. The first batch will be run in um, English, and the other one will be running in for Urdu and Hindi. So don't hesitate to ask your question. Even if you are good with English as well, you can go on, and there will be two different batches will be running parallelly. One of them will be for English only, and the other one will be for Urdu and Hindi. So actually, I would like to tell you, like, what are our core services which we are providing, which most of the partners are not providing. So in them we provide uh, Red Hat official trainings, right? With those trainings, we provide you your practice labs as well. We provide you a course resolution group for addressing your queries while you practice with your labs and recordings. We provide you recordings. Our labs are available for practicing 24/7. We also give an exam review session at the end of the course completion. So and we are the only partner in Pakistan right now who gives you exam activations within only 72 hours. So the people who will complete their trainings from us, we will be providing them their exams on 50% off prices as well. So if you people have any questions, any queries regarding your training and certification, you can contact us on the details we have provided down here in the chat box as well. So there's a question for you. We can download from roll and can read the same presented now, but anyway, good luck or for the training. So can you read the chat box, by the way?
Just see. Let me check. We can download from ROL and can read the same presented now, but anyway, good luck. Yes, if then you have to pay like 4,000 US dollars for that. That Ali Nur Al or something, that is saying. A lot of people do, and then after failing 2 times, they contact me.
For yes, for internet students, I've already told you. We are giving for the international students. We are providing the trainings only in $200. If you can see on your Red Hat page, the training is price is more than $2,000. So we for internet student still we are providing them the trainings only in $200. And you may contact us at the details we have provided in our chat boxes. I'm going to share this again with you in the chat box. You may copy this message with you. And the core services are going to be pasted again. I have presented for the Pakistani student, the training charges will be 25,000 Pakistani rupees only, and for international student, the complete training course charges are $200 only. So I will go one by one. We provide Red Hat official. Actually, we are the official partner with the Red Hat. We will provide official trainings. Our instructors are certified instructor. As you have seen, Mr. Badi Zaman is the architect level 4. We will be providing live virtual classes. We will be providing you the study materials. We will be providing you the recording for the each class. There will be a free practice lab which will be for the students 24/7 available. At the end of the completion of the training, we were going to provide you an exam review session as well. And the good thing is we activate the exams within 72 hours. And we also create a WhatsApp group for the students and the trainers where our professionals and trainers and our candidates sit together to raise their queries while practicing from their labs. If they get any query, they can get addressed within that WhatsApp group as well. So if there is any question, you may ask. I think Badibhai, you have taught them really good. I didn't see any questions. So we will be waiting for more 2 minutes or minute. Then we'll close the session if you people don't have any questions.
Please share for this RSCSA, the link for RSCSA.
Okay, RSCSA. Yes, I'm going to share that with you. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
bro.
Okay.
Thank you for your time, brother.
Thank you. But by the way,
Good night.
thank you very
Okay,
much for your effort.
I'll talk to you later, brother.
Okay, okay, brother. So, guys, I'm going to tell you again. There will be two different groups. One of them will be for specifically for the people who want to take this course in English only, and the other group will be created for the people who will be taking these classes in English.
I'm seeing brothers from Bangladesh as well. Muhammad Ziaul Haq. MD Ziaul Haq.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is Halak is here. Yeah, you're in Bangladesh. You are from Bangladesh, right? That's really great to know, sir. Have a really good evening. So people who want to join us, uh, the start it was the first class, Mr. Hanan. It was the first class, and the second class will be from the next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There it will be run for the 2 days in a week, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, in English, Mr. Matheus, it will be in two different groups. One for English, and the other one will be for the Urdu and Hindi. Okay, Shabazz has just told me like this course will be run only on Sundays, only Sundays, every week Sundays. By the way, could you tell me like for how long it will take to complete this whole course?
It should be like 40 hours.
So
So we
40
have
hours makes how many classes for
if
concluding?
we have 4 hour sessions, so it will be 10
Yeah,
Sundays.
this course could be yeah, it will take 10 Sundays, right? Okay, so guys, this the whole course could be completed within 10 weeks only, where like most of the people are students of their last grads, and the rest are professionals. So they will be available only on Sundays or the holy days according to their countries. So we will be talking to you. We'll be calling you after the session tomorrow, inshallah, and we will be taking your consents as well, because the people from the Middle East will be taking their holiday on Friday as well. So it will be with the consents of the students. So from which day, and from for what time they want to, and when with which language they want to take their courses. So thank you very much, everyone, to be with us. If there is any question, I'm here. And by the way, you may take leave for the other class. Yes, sir. If there's any other question, you may ask. Thank you very much. Shabazz, I would like you to close this session now. I think there are no more questions. I didn't see any question now. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.